Oh, that's the muffaladas. And in fact, one of those are the far right is one of our former producers,
Yes.
Amanda Avery. So good to see her. Good to see the gang. They have been performing in 5 Mardi Gras parades this year alone.
And you know, this city is synonymous with parades and floats, and we have an expert here to show us how they all come together. Did you know our own Kaylee Hartung is a Louisiana native? She even took part in her first ever Mardi Gras style Super Bowl parade.
The first ever, bringing it all together. I couldn't let y'all come down here without bringing me along, so thank you for having me. But if you needed any evidence that Mardi Gras is more than just a day, it's an entire season, here it is for you. I found out about a family that's been at the center of the celebrations for generations.
It is pageantry in the form of paint, paper mache, and personal touches that bring them to life.
It's so delicate.
The most vibrant part of Mardi Gras is the dozens of parades made up of thousands of floats. The caravan at the heart of Carnival.
Our floats are built in a very old artistic style, and we really consider them rolling works of art.
Those elaborate parades are each held by a different organization or crew. And the oldest and perhaps most esteemed of those is the Crew of Rex. James Reese is the executive vice president.
When you think of Mardi Gras, you think of the green, the purple, and the gold. And that's thanks to Rex.
It is. Our founders in 1872, I think they wanted to come up with some pageantry and some themes that would be lasting.
Rex helped shape Mardi Gras for millions of future residents and visiting revelers in New Orleans. But the roots of the festivities stretch all the way back to Europe. The tradition came to America via French explorers who mapped the land that would become Louisiana and established the celebrations that would make it a tourist destination. But what started as modest wagons and decorated farm equipment.
These were old trash wagons in the day. I mean, some of these floats are from the 1800s.
Is now $1 billion business for the city. And no family is more central to that than the Kerns.
My father, Blaine, basically was a guy that was in the right place at the right time. He had an incredible imagination. He was a good artist, but he also knew how to pick really good artists and people to work with. He was kind of a mixture between P.T. Barnum and Walt Disney.
In the 1930s, Blaine Kern was commissioned by the then leaders of Rex to make the most elaborate floats possible.
They really, literally made Rex the best parade in Mardi Gras. You'd see the stars in the sky.
And brought Mardi Gras to the masses.
He understood that if Mardi Gras was going to stand the test of time, everyone in this city would have to be part of it and would have to have ownership of it. And that's the reason why people love visiting New Orleans, because we have all these events where we come together.
Now Blaine's son Barry runs Kern Studios.
And this is a family-run business, as it has been since your father
I'm the
founded.
third generation, and now I have my 2 sons.
They established the Mardi Gras World Museum, and year-round are a design studio building floats for many of the city's crews. These are Kern creations for the Crew of Orpheus, the collective co-founded by Nolan native musician Harry Connick Jr.
This is a collaboration between us and them. We create these props, they create the flowers. It's just incredible what we're able to do together and make for a spectacular parade.
But a century and a half later, the centerpiece for many is still the Rex Parade.
I think that's the thing with Rex that is different from maybe some of the other parades is the attention to detail. You know, we consider this to be the premier parade. It's what's representing the city. To me, as an artist, this isn't just about my personal pride, but making sure that everybody around the world knows that Mardi Gras in New Orleans is the best.
This year, their theme celebrates Europe's golden age of artists like Van Gogh, Degas, and Mucha, and revelry like the Moulin Rouge. But here in New Orleans, locals will tell you the golden age is whatever time you're here and celebrating.
You don't have spectators at a Mardi Gras parade. What you have at a Mardi Gras parade are participants. And it's literally, it's our culture, it's who we are, it's the people of the city. Everyone in New Orleans owns Mardi Gras.
So fun.
Mardi Gras is here in New Orleans. It's all around us. New Orleans is the epicenter of it, there's no doubt, but there are hundreds of parades from Florida to Texas. And get this, 60,000 people in the city of New Orleans are members of these crews that I was talking about. So when we talk about the ownership that's here, that's how deep it runs. And here, okay, I got to give you guys a little introduction to this space. This is the Mardi Gras World Museum. These are all props from floats of parades past.
They're so intricate.
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually look at them, the coloring.
The artistry of it is really amazing.
It really is.
And as somebody who grew up here, what is it like getting this behind-the-scenes tour?
I learned so much that I had never known before. Barry Kern, such an incredible host, to have us here and to show really that artistry behind the thoughtfulness and the detail that goes into these parades that we can enjoy and have fun at, but there's so much love and care that goes into each one of them.
I've been to Mardi Gras a few times. What I love about the event, there are very few things left that bring people together. You've got sports, you've got music, live concerts to a certain extent. Mardi Gras, like being out there, young, old, black, white, rich, poor. And by the way, it's a party that spans almost 2 weeks.
Yes, it is truly a season.
It's a long one.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that.
That was great, Kaylee.
And thank you for hosting us.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Maybe next year the Kerns will do a vote with our faces on it.
No, that would be scary.
Can you imagine our heads
No.
that big?
You can't get any bigger.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.